Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy for Now. It's me Isabel here with your third round, the Amazing Readathon vlog. I'm here. I'm excited to share what's up. We just got leg 6, which is a place I'm not going to try to say in Madagascar. And the prompt involves religion. I will be reading the 3 volumes of Nina the Starry Bride because that's all I have the brain capacity for right now. I am definitely feeling the burnout from the face-off weekend and our loss. The one relief I had was not getting the U-turn. Literally, I was like, if we get the U-turn and we lost face off, I don't know what I would have done. Truly, I don't know what I would have done. Again, I know it's an imaginary game, but I truly do not know what I would have done. I might have handed my team the matches and just walked away. Like, I don't know. It would have been just 2 hits, you know, back to back. So thank you for everyone who didn't vote for romance. I do appreciate you. And you know, if you're mad we didn't get it, oh well. That's how I feel, at least. So yeah, I am really curious to see how this all plays out this round. But yeah, leg 6 is here. I'm excited to read for it at some point. I'm probably going to do some house tasks this afternoon and then sit down and read it. So I'll be back in a little bit to update you. Peace is yelling at me outside the door, so there's that.
Just where it was needed, gleamed in black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time.
I'm here. I'm alive. It is Tuesday night. I'm such a great vlogger. It's fine. I've just been so wiped. Life, everything wiped. Got my hair cut today. Not that you can tell because I laid down and took a nap. So I flattened like all of the body and all of the curl she gave me. Oops. It's fine. So yeah. But we did take like an inch of hair off. So there's that. You can kind of tell that part. But yeah, choices were made today. And that choice was that I needed to lay down. So we did. But yeah, I'm here. Hello. I'm here to update you because I did finish reading Nina and the Starry Bride volumes 10, 11, and 12. And this is my all-time favorite manga series right now. I think it just has gotten better and better and better and just like so unputdownable that like I was able to read a manga while like kind of burnt out on life. So take that for what you will. Tomorrow you gotta go with me to Costco though and grocery shop and all the things. So like it's gonna be a fun day tomorrow. We're gonna go on an adventure. There's gonna be vlog clips. Most of my sightseeing I am keeping to a separate vlog, but I was going to tell y'all that I'm reading The Scepter by J. Bree tonight, hopefully on the couch is my goal, because that is the most recent book Bree gave 5 stars, and it's only 80-some pages, so I wanted to share that tip with everyone else. Yeah, so I'm going to be reading that tonight, and honestly, I'm just kind of hanging around waiting for our next prompt drop, but I don't want to like have nothing for you, because I know I am personally at least a little bit burnt out still from face off, and that's okay. We're gonna embrace it, and if I pick up other things that don't count for the readathon, that's fine too. I might. We'll see, and we might talk about my 500 pager if I start that this week here, because I don't know, that I want to do regular vlog updates when I read that one, so I might throw that one into the regular vlog. But yeah, no detour yet. Not like, it's weird, y'all, this has been a weird leg. Like a really weird leg, because yeah, it's 6:20 and there's been no detour, and we got the prompt on Sunday and it's Tuesday. I'm nervous, so we'll see. I don't have any idea yet of what's going on, so there's that too, because like I said, as a host we don't really know anything either, so yeah, this will be interesting. But okay, I'm gonna go make my dinner and go read some of The Scepter, and I'll talk to you what I think about it, because I would be curious if I also give it 5 stars.
Nobody's losing.
So I'm home. It's like 6:30. My body is attempting a murder. Unsuccessfully so far. But I'm gonna update you before I put my moo on for the night, because I am kind of feeling a moo tonight, and I think that's what I'm gonna sleep in. Because you know what? It's hot and it's gross out and I hate it. So yeah. I did want to update you though, because I've made good progress in my 500-page book today. I have an hour and a half left. I don't know where that puts me at. Do I have this book? Yeah, okay, so I'm somewhere in the 60% range, because this doesn't have chapter, like, table of contents, but I'm scrolling and getting into 60s. So 64% in. So I'm 64% into Love Redesigned. I'm really liking this a lot more than I expected to. I really wasn't sure about it. This is childhood friends teasing relationship to dislike because she ended up with his friend and he was mad about it, to lovers. I really love, she like hurts herself really bad at one point and he was like, no, you're not walking, I'm carrying you. And I thought that was really sweet and cute. And he's like a billionaire, of course, which is fine. Like, I don't know, sometimes when I read contemporaries, like I want like very not, kind of like when you read dark romance, right? Like it's not the real world, and that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So this has been really fun to read. They're kind of reconnecting here. We've had some teasing, some build-up already. We have not fully banged yet, I don't believe. We're very close though, because she was injured, so he refused until she was cleared to do anything with her, which I thought was really cute. But yeah, I am just, my body's trying to kill me. So that's a thing happening in my life right now. I'm catching up on everyone's vlogs from week 1 and 2 now, because I am behind. I'd put them all in a playlist, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and then chaos, as always. So here I am, just watching. I'm on Heather's right now. I just watched Kara's Aoife's next. My timer is going off on my food. I've got to text Grumps because he's not texting me yet, and it's 6:26 and I have not heard from him. So hopefully today went okay at work. I don't know, we'll find out. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my dinner, keep listening, fingers crossed I can make it through this book before the next prompt drops. But I have a feeling we're getting a prompt tonight, because that just kind of lines up in my head with when we would get a prompt. I don't know. It just makes sense. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens here. But yeah, I'm going to go get my dinner out the oven, and I will come talk to you in a bit when I've read more, perhaps. But otherwise, I barely told you about this book. Love Redesigned, though, so far. I really enjoy the remodel aspect of this so far. So yeah, just curious. I don't have a ton of thoughts. I will say this. One other thing I want to mention before I go grab my food is I love the setup about their parents, like, kind of setting some things up later in the book. I thought that was really funny and cute, so I did enjoy that. But all right, I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back. Bye. Good morning. I just spilled some of my coffee, which is not the first thing I've spilled this morning. Oh boy, hold on. I'm wasting precious caffeine that I very much obviously need if I'm already spilling things this morning, and I haven't even, the day's barely begun. I slept in today because I could a little bit, and then also my body's trying to kill me, so I'm just in a lot of pain. So here we are. We have gotten a new prompt, but I wanted to update you because I finished my 500-page book. Finally. It finally wasn't one I could pivot into another prompt. So I finished Love Redesigned. I was like, what did I finish last night? I had like less than an hour left last night before I went to bed, and I just kind of listened to the last little like 40-ish minutes in bed. That was such a cute billionaire romance. So sometimes I do like a billionaire romance. It just depends. And I think this worked because it was like small town billionaire romance, which like feels very, what? How does that work? But it literally is them in a small town. And I thought it was fun because we had some callbacks to other Lauren Asher books. One I haven't read yet, but to the Dreamland Billionaires too. And that was cute. And I thought this was fun because they had like, this is like second chance, but like in the way that they never really fully dated the first time and kind of had to get over some of their issues. But I really liked them as a couple. I think Dahlia and Julian, was that his name? Was his name Julian? Jesus, I've already forgotten. I'm so bad at names. Yep, it is Julian. Okay, so they had to like get over some of their past issues, but also like the ways he would just show up for her, I really appreciated. And I feel like, yeah, if you have a billionaire boyfriend, he better just freaking be there the next morning when you need him. You know, stuff like that. So that was really fun. Definitely big content note here for stuff around like loss of a parent and that. Like that could be hard for a lot of people. In fact, I wouldn't have been surprised if people warned me about that before I'd picked it up in any way because of everything going on with my dad right now. But I thought it was handled really nicely. He lost his parent in high school, so that was really interesting. Freshman year of college, not high school. Freshman year of college, he lost his dad. So yeah, I really like this. This is a solid 4-star for me. I'm glad I got the 500-page prompt done though, because I was a little concerned with just how much I had to read for it, if that makes sense. I was like, oh, every time I pick one of these up, it ends up working for the prompt, so I'm not finishing them, and here we are. I need to start another one, and oh my god, we're halfway through the month. So there's that. But yeah, I finished that. 4 stars for me. I really enjoyed it.
Will your face remain the same? The swallows will be here by dawn.
And I'm actually reading the first book on my, like, full book on my Kindle, I think, for the readathon. I'm very heavily an audiobook reader. But, I mean, I've read, like, novellas and other stuff. But I'm starting the rest of the story by Tal Bauer. I'm already a mess, so I figure I'll cry, I'll sob during this. So you might get an actual clip of me crying, which isn't something that happens very often. I was gonna possibly read Heather's Host Favorite by Claire Kent, but when Shay was like, I'm reading this, I was like, oh shit, I could read that too. So I'm reading it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna drink some of my coffee and start it. And then I've got to do a couple tasks around the house this morning, and then we'll see what the day holds. I really don't know right now. I'm kind of giving myself a lot of grace today to lay around if that's what I need. So if you get a lot of couch updates, that's what you're getting. I'll probably pull my hair up in some capacity here. I've dry shampooed the shit out of it last night, so it doesn't look too bad, but the bangs are always a bit of a battle. And then I'm just waiting for my next video to go up at 11, so that'll be nice when that drops. But yeah, I might work on tidying some today, but I don't know if I have it in me. I'm debating if I want to get clothed enough, like get dressed enough to go on sprints at noon or not also. So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. I'm winging it, literally. So I'm gonna go drink my coffee and read this book a little bit though. Hello. Okay, so I have updates because I am 25% into the rest of the story, give or take. I was trying to get Alexa to read it to me while I cleaned the bathtub because I'll show y'all. My knee is actually looking so much better that I really want to take an everything shower / bath. So I want to like get in the bathtub, do like my exfoliating mitt and sugar scrubs and all that, and like shave because your girl has not been able to like fully shave her legs since the injury, because I've been too terrified of 1, getting it too wet, and 2, like hurting where I'm already hurt, because that would be my look. So I just cleaned out my bathtub, like my big old bathtub, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get in the bath in a minute and do that. But I was trying to get Alexa to read it to me while I did that, and it would not work. So I'm gonna see if I can get Alexa to read me J. Bree's The Scepter, which is my 5-star Bree prompt pick, because I was like, you know what? This bitch won't read me that. Maybe she'll read me the other thing, which would be fine by me. Like, I don't really care either way. Honestly, I just would like to be reading something. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that in a minute, and I still need to go. I'll probably go next week. I need to get a pedicure and get this gel polish off because it is a disaster. Quite literally. It's fine. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna see if Alexa will read me that maybe. But yeah, oh my goodness, I am obsessed with the rest of the story already at 25% in. This is about our not so rookie player, our veteran player who's getting ready to retire, and his friends on the team recruit him to come and build up the slide that he'll totally just go along with everything that's going on. And this team has been in the gutter for ages, to the point at which basically this veteran player that is a captain has been abusing the rookies and the veteran players and really mistreating them. So that has been fantastic. I feel like we have great tension for the friends to lovers element here. And I'm just really, really excited to see how it all plays out. Our hero, Morgan, is fantastic, though. He like shows up and within 24 hours basically upsets the entire team in a good way. And then Shay Darling is our hero, who's not quite a rookie, but not quite a new, like, he's not quite a rookie and he's not quite a veteran, we'll call it. And they have bonded, and it is so good so far. I'm really, really excited to see where this goes. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'll be back in a bit. Grum's took tomorrow off, so I don't know what's going on tomorrow. So I want to try and finish this book today if I can, or be really close to done, because there is a chance that he will drag me all about town. Who knows?
When we're finally sober.
Okay, I'm here to update you. Couple things. I am 50% through my book to Soul, which obsessed. Absolutely obsessed with it. It's so good. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I'm reading a sightseeing book right now because I wanted to not sob on camera, but I likely will sob on camera at some point today when I go back to Talbauer, because I've got to read more of the rest of the story. But at 50%, we have still definitely in a slow burn, but it's still starting to pay off. And we're seeing them develop this relationship and these feelings and friendship for each other. And it's so stinking cute. Like, so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed. I can easily see myself reading a much more Tal in the next 6 months. Yeah. I'll be surprised if I don't. I've got Millie here. I've got Peas here. We're on sprints. I'll show you. That's what's up right now. I will be back in a little bit with another update. Hello, friends. So it is, what is it? 5 o'clock on Saturday. We got our new prompt Thursday. God, time's been a blur. Anyways, last night I finished Talbauer's The Rest of the Story and just cried uncontrollably through it. Big content notes here for things like abuse and suicidal ideation and discussion of suicide. No one does like the act, but there's discussion. But yeah, wow. That book, it's not a book that like tore me through a book where I was just like, holy crap, I can't put this down. But every moment I was reading it, I was so happy, crying with happy tears, or teary-eyed because I was happy, or crying because it was like emotionally devastating me. I don't cry in books. If you're new here, I don't really cry in books, so that's a thing. But yeah, that was fascinating for me. That was fascinating for me. I'm still so surprised at all of it and how much I loved it. And I'm not surprised I loved it because I knew in my heart of hearts, with how much my friends love it, that I would also love this book. So I'm very happy to have went on this journey with a lot of other people for this prompt. It is a 6-star all-time favorite. I've ordered a physical copy of this book. Yeah, I will be reading more Talbauer in the future, sooner than later, to be honest with you. So I can't wait. But yeah, I finished it last night and I just quietly cried in bed. And then here we are this morning. I have just done some sightseeing this morning, which I'll talk about in my sightseeing blog. It's just been a very chill Saturday in my house. Like, we did Costco early this morning, and then we did some house stuff. Like, we got our grill out from the garage finally and into the backyard. We are like working on getting our pool drained to remove it, because this house came with like I just, like, above ground pools are fine. I don't want to have one. I'm spoiled from like going to my parents' pool, I feel like, at this point in my life, where I'm like, if I'm gonna, and I just honestly, the cost of maintenance of this thing, not worth it. We decided to get rid of it when we had a bad ice storm situation that took out the pump. We figured by the time we replaced everything and made sure it was all in working order, we could just have it removed. So we're working on some stuff with that to get it ready to get pulled out, hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, it has been a quiet Saturday in the best ways. We got caught up on some TV shows like The Alkalite, and we're watching season 2 of Sweet Tooth now, so enjoying that. And I've just been kind of lately reading some manhwas and manga this afternoon, which has been nice. And I've started a poetry collection for Only Words on the Cover book, but I went with Homie. This was recommended by Ashley. She read it for this prompt. Let me see if it will show it to you. Nope, that's too bright. Hold on. I went with Homie I'll put it up here, by Denez Smith. This is someone who is non-binary, Black, and HIV positive. This is going to deal heavily in grief around a loss of a friend, apparently. And I'm I'm 3 poems in, and I'm really enjoying it. I think Denez has a really interesting voice here for the poetry, and I definitely could see myself picking up some of their other work sooner than later again, because I think I like poetry that has like really distinctive voice, I guess is the best way to put it. I'm not good at poetry. I'm not good at dissecting it. I'm not good at anything. I'm also definitely, outside like queer identities, not the target audience for this poetry collection. This is very much, I can already tell you, targeted towards and meant for Black people. Obviously not me, but I can still appreciate it and enjoy it. So if you're like struggling to find a one-word title or only text on the cover for a sightseeing prompt, Homie might be a good option for you. It is included with your Audible membership, and a lot of libraries should have it. It's also not super long because it's poetry, so that's nice. But yeah, I am enjoying it so far. I'm going to keep listening to that. I'm going to take the couple manga and manhwas I've read upstairs, and then probably work on tidying a little bit. Grumps just went to the gym, and while he's gone, I'm going to tidy and do a couple things, and schedule my sprints for tomorrow. But basically right now I'm just kind of waiting for the next prompt to drop. I have no idea. And I probably am gonna, I don't know, it depends. I can't decide if I should close this now or try and squeeze in one more prompt. But I did want to give you some of my theories so far, because I have some theories for our last 3 prompts. I do think you yellow people, the people who are convinced we're gonna get yellow, I don't think you're right, but I think we're going to get some kind of prompt with color on the cover of some capacity. I would be shocked if we didn't. That just feels like a given prompt. So yeah, I could see that happening. Other prompts I could see happening, like some of the hints we saw in Shay's TBR possibilities video on how to survive the readathon, I think we've seen some of those happen. But I also could see, like, again, something that's been picked for book clubs, not just book of the month, but like Reese's book club or GMA's book, like one of those things. Cause like they pick from various genres, and there's various kinds of book clubs you could use to make the prompt. So I could see that as well. One of my other like absolutely like unhinged ideas would be that we all have to like I could see like a page count prompt, like you need to read a book over a certain amount of pages. But at the same time, if we're going to do that, I feel like we would have already gotten that earlier, because I feel like the next 3 legs are going to be pretty short overall. Like I foresee us having like 2 to 3 days as we move through the rest of the readathon here for each prompt. So that'll be interesting. And I'll have to make decisions. Like, do I read a long book and not sightsee a bunch because I finished most of my sightseeing already potentially, or like how I want to space that out. I have not finished my sightseeing yet, but I'm just saying, like, if I did, like, how would what choices do I want to make? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back to talk to y'all later.
They'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt.
Hello. I'm here to close this up. I don't feel great today, so we're just vibing in our top, and honestly I have sweatpants on even though it's very, very hot outside. But yeah, I gave you some theories at the end of leg 7, and that's kind of still where I'm leaning here as we mosey on through. Leg 8, I have finished my read for, so I figured I'd wrap this vlog up now. And that was The House Witch, which I did a terrible job updating because, again, I've not been feeling good the last few days, so I have just really been taking it as easy as I possibly can. You know, that is what it is, right? So I'd rather lean in and feel better than not feel better. Like, feel better sooner than later versus, like, overdoing myself. So I listened to The House Witch a lot on audio. This has a great deal right now. I don't know if it's still active or not, but if you check it out on KU, I know I got book 2 for $4.99 on audio, so hopefully the same deal is going for book 1. I'm not sure, though. But The House Witch is a very cozy romantic fantasy. We have a couple of romantic subplots happening and some really fun characters. We follow Finn, who is, his whole magic abilities hinge around the area he deems as his home, and he can do tasks such as cooking and cleaning and all these things, which sounds fantastic. And he also protects the space he's deemed his home. So that's really fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is a solid 4.5 for me. I will be continuing the series. I definitely can see myself listening to them at a slower pace and over a week or so as like a second audiobook even, because they're just very cozy. There's still stakes. It is not so low stakes that you're like bored, but it's like just enough stakes. Big content note here though, there is a slur used one time for the Romney people. Also infertility discussions and like miscarriage stuff. Not happening on page, but of past happenings. Yeah, I really liked this. I really appreciate Shay writing this to me a while ago, and that I finally picked it up. Like, it's perfect. So, yeah, that was my last read.
We'll always remember how it felt.
If you've already finished your book when you watch this video, I don't know when we're getting the next city, so obviously it could be the day you see this video, but if you finished your Bangkok book, let me know what you read. I would be really curious because I feel like this was such a fun prompt and an easy prompt because, hello, like, it's basically, in my opinion, for me at least, it was like, just read a book. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna read a book. So yeah, I'll throw out my final points for you here. But yeah, that's all I've got for right now. I'm gonna close this out. Let me know what you read for Bangkok. Let me know in the comments if you loved it, hated it, any of that stuff. And if you have any theories too, because like we're wrapping up here, so I feel like we all have like our final theories happening. So I would just be curious. You let me know that in the comments. And then if you don't want to do any of that, leave me a witch related emoji, because you know what? It is almost my season. It is almost Halloween season, and I cannot wait to get out all my decor and items and shop for other things. But yeah, so leave all that in the comments. I will have links to any of the books I read for this, links to my friend anywhere on the internet, and I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye!
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away.